Hello, I'm Dr. Angela Gonzales, Dr. Angie, and welcome to Renaissance Mind here in Norco, California. At Renaissance Mind, we empower unique thinkers. That means we have the privilege of working with people of average to usually above average to sometimes far above average intellectual abilities that may be struggling in some aspect of their life, such as reading, so maybe they're considered dyslexic, or with math, so maybe they're considered to have dyscalculia. Maybe they have issues with balance and coordination in addition to one of those, and so they may also have something called dyspraxia. Maybe they have issues with their handwriting in association to one of those, and they are labeled as also having dysgraphia. I work with amazing individuals that just have a really hard time focusing and paying attention and being present in this moment. And because of that, they have some behavioral issues that are not compatible with a good school environment or home environment, and those individuals may be classified as having ADD or ADHD. I also work with individuals who really struggle with social integration and how do they react and how do they work with other people within this human community. And many of those individuals may be on the autism spectrum. So here at Renaissance Mind, we work with all of those individuals in an attempt to help them realize their full potentials and to participate fully in life. At the core of our philosophy here at Renaissance Mind is that there is something going on at the root cause that is very similar across all of these so-called disorders. And what that is the ability and the talent to be able to think and create three-dimensionally within their mind. They are very visual, spatial, conceptual thinkers. And while that is brilliant out in our three-dimensional world, just as we see in people such as Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, all individuals with this similar style of thinking, innovators of our world, Richard Branson, that in our current environment, our current academic environment especially, having this primary mode of thinking can sometimes result in obstacles when we are attempting to do things outside of our three-dimensional world and participation. So when you have this ability to create three-dimensionally within your mind, you also sometimes have the ability to experience those mental creations or your imagination as reality. If you are having this ability, it allows you to be an amazing problem solver, ability to work with problems and puzzles. Many of your kids may be really good Lego builders. If you're older, maybe you're that person that everybody comes to for advice because you have 5 solutions when other people only have 1. So despite all these intellectual talents, the difficulties come in that if we cannot perceive our environment accurately, as it is truly occurring in a moment, and we're perceiving our imagination as reality, and then our perception is altered. And if our perception is altered, we're not bringing the information in correctly, either visually or auditory-wise. And at that same time as we're misperceiving, we may also be misperceiving the passage of time. And in addition to that, our balance can be altered. So here at Renaissance Mind, the first thing we do is help individuals achieve orientation or focus. So we allow them to have a tangible way of knowing when they are oriented, when they are perceiving their environment correctly. Once they begin to perceive their environment correctly, now information can begin to come in an accurate format. And depending on how we bring the information in after they've achieved orientation is determined by what they need. What is that individual seeking? And therefore which program is going to be optimal for them. At Renaissance Mind, we have several different programs that we facilitate one-on-one with me, Dr. Angie here. The first one is the Davis Dyslexia Correction Program for reading. The second is the Davis Attention Mastery Program, which deals with behaviors associated with attention deficit disorder and hyperactivity disorder. We also have a Davis Math Program which aids in issues with the foundations of math and its understanding. We also have a reading program for young learners. Those are for our little tykes. Most of our programs, it requires that the individual be 8 years or older, and that they are able to understand that there's an issue that needs correction, and therefore we elicit motivation out of that want and need that they have for themselves. And our reading program for young learners, they can be 5 to 7 years old, and it's more of a fun program that is facilitated along with the parents or the caretakers or the support person's interaction. And the last program that we facilitate here is the Davis Autism Approach, which works with individuals on the autism spectrum in hopes of helping them being able to participate fully in life. So follow-up videos will be talking about each of those individual programs. Thanks so much for checking us out, and hopefully I'll get a chance to meet you someday in person. Thank you.